All right, so now we've come to the part of the show that a lot of people like, where we're going to share a story. Because if you're seeing this video right now and you haven't seen any of the cooking videos, I'm doing this in the middle of a cook. I'm cooking ribs for my dad to honor his service. But anyway, when I do these videos, I include this section where I give his story that has to do with food and his time in service. I'm going to enjoy a cigar. I'm going to have some Horse Soldier Bourbon, which is great bourbon, by the way, and I'm going to have a Warfighter Tobacco cigar. Thanks for joining us. Let's get into this. Cheers, Dad. All right, so it is Republic of Korea, 1961. My father was a member of D Company, 51st Signal Battalion. Started in March 1961 in Uijeonbu. So this is 9 years after the end of the Korean War. Keep that in your mind. The unit consisted of a first lieutenant and 30 U.S. enlisted, E4 or better, and 100 Katusas, which are Korean augmentation to the U.S. Army. That's what we called TCNs, Third Country Nationals. Katusas was Korean augmentation to the U.S. Army. As a first lieutenant, I replaced a captain as commanding a company commander after a few months. Thankfully, an ROK with Republic of Korea liaison officer, First Lieutenant Kim Jong-yong, was available to help me deal with the language and cultural differences. In fact, we traveled to various official and unofficial activities, including attending the performance of the National Symphonic Orchestra and Chorus. We dined on almost exclusively Korean food. Lots of kimchi. He said lots of kimchi, too. Beef bulgogi, and even marinated raw shrimp at a restaurant in Seoul. During my deployment, which was from 61 to 62, beginning August 16th, 1961, the Berlin Wall went up. Wow. That caused a bit of commotion for a few months. I was eventually transferred and then eventually came home. However, I continued being friends with First Lieutenant Kim even after I rotated back to Fort Gordon. I met him again when he was stateside for a school at Fort Monmouth, New Jersey. I don't know that fort. I don't know if it even exists still. All in all, my memories of the 15 months, 8 days I was in Korea includes heavy experimentation with hot and spicy foods. So the way my dad was explaining this to me was it was still kind of like the Wild West in parts of Korea. I mean, while he was there, the Republic of Korea had to overthrow a despot of a leader, Sigmund Ray. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I mean, you're talking 9 years after the end of the Korean War. So the country is literally trying to rebuild itself. Now, he was in charge of maintaining telephone lines. That was his job and his unit's job, while also training the nationals, the Katusas. So during this time, they would have been, driving around. He wasn't even allowed to drive a vehicle because being an officer, if someone got hurt, he could be personally charged. So he would have to let the Katusas drive, and then he also had to try to get around some of the language barriers too with him. And that's why it was helpful to have First Lieutenant Kim. That's got to be a weird situation. It was like, you know, I'm sure some of you guys that were from Afghanistan or Iraq during the first several years after they started taking over and began rebuilding, that there was probably a lot of weird things you would see, and you know, the areas still rebuilding, and then places that aren't being rebuilt, places that were just devoid of life. But Uijeongbu is a lot bigger than it was when he was there. He sent me some pictures, and it looked. I'll try to include pictures throughout of some of the things that he could see. He only sent me a few. He could only find a few left over from that time. But what an experience! This was also right around the time that Vietnam was getting ready to start kicking off. So I mean, you've got, you know, multiple things going on throughout the world within the military. So, but my dad also told me that he enjoyed spicy foods. He got that from his dad, my grandfather. But he's not really, you know, most everybody in his family doesn't like spicy food. So he's the Korean food kind of held a special place for him because of that, because he was able to enjoy the spicy foods, and he said he ate a lot of it. Well, I thank y'all for taken the time to watch this video. I hope that you enjoy these videos. I'm continuing to check on the meat here, but if you have a story you would like me to share, I've already received a few. If you have a story you would like me to share, please send me a message, Instagram, or you know, leave a comment. Like, share, and subscribe. Let everybody know. These are great stories. It's a little bit of history, a little bit of living in the some of the moments that our other veterans have lived through that might relate to your time in service. You know, similar situations but different time frames, different countries. Food has a way of doing that to us. And it brings up memories, the smells, the tastes. So anyway, well, I just wanted to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank all our veterans for your service, and I pray that you continue to be safe out there. Don't let the bad days win. Well, cheers. Thanks, Dad, for your service. I appreciate it. Love you. Love all of you guys. Peace out.